This album review was suggested by Lily Plummer. Thank you for the suggestion. I hope you enjoy. The first artist I'm reviewing who hasn't revealed their face. Didn't exactly think it was going to be country, but here we are. Orville Peck is a country singer from the wide open pastures of Canada. Not too much is known about Orville Peck, but his first debut album was released in 2019 called Pony. For the most part, he produced just about the entire album. This man was basically working 9 to 5 in a coffee shop while also producing his debut album. And if that doesn't impress you, I don't know what will. Pony gained a lot of recognition, gaining a Polaroid Music Prize in 2019, getting a Juno Award nomination for Alternative Album of the Year. Today, however, the Pony evolves into a fully grown Bronco on Orville Peck's second studio album release, Bronco. As somebody who casually listens to country, and by casually I mean not at all, I found Orville Peck's album to be an incredibly enjoyable listen. Starting with his voice. This voice is infectious. It's a perfect, deep-sounding voice for country that works on just about every song you hear on here. When the album kicks off with Daytona Sand, I'm imagining myself on top of a bucking Bronco, going about as fast as a bucking Bronco can go. And then the album likes to dip a lot into ballad territory with songs like Cure of the Blackened Eye, Outta Time. I especially enjoy the verse in Outta Time where he says, "She said I don't like Elvis. I said I want a little less conversation," referencing the song that Elvis did with the same name. That's kind of the pace that Bronco really goes at on this album. You know, you get the up-tempo songs that you're going to step dance to, and then you've got the slow ballady songs that you'll go sing at the karaoke bar. There were songs here and there that kind of dragged for me, but honestly, they're so far and few between that I have no real issues there. His deep southern voice really sounds amazing on this. This is a man who I would genuinely want to read me an audiobook before I fall asleep. Not to mention, a lot of the album has a very grand feel to it. I'm reminded a lot of Florence and the Machine, but with country here. And I think another thing to note is this is really the first album Orville Peck has done that, he had a team to produce it with. He had somewhat of a team when he was making Pony, but now he's got a whole studio. He's literally signed to Columbia Records. He can produce something grand. And that's exactly what he does, and he makes this absolutely stellar project from beginning to end. There even are times where, when he's singing, I'm reminded a lot of Elvis Presley. So when you hear him hit those notes on songs like Bronco and Trample Out the Days, it really is something that you get super excited for, and you're like, oh my god, yes! Do more of that! And I also really enjoy that this album doesn't follow a lot of the pop country tropes of I've got a beer in hand, I'm wearing a nice pair of blue jeans, I got a big truck. Now, let me tell you something right now. The only two things that Orville Peck is talking about on this album is love and riding that Bronco into the sunset. I guess if I had any criticisms about the album, I think it had a few pacing problems. I think the most notable instance where there was pacing problems for me was when we go from Any Turn to City of Gold. We get this really fast-paced, in-your-face song on Any Turn. Kind of reminds you a little bit of I've Been Everywhere by Johnny Cash. And then it just takes this ginormous halt to City of Gold, which is another slow ballad song. And, it's a good slow ballad song, but it's like, this was horribly paced. We need, something to get us there. You've just put us to a screeching halt that makes me, I can't, get into the song just yet. I need time. If we're going song to song here, then honestly, it's okay. But even for that case, I think that's still something that was a bit of an issue for me that kind of took me out of the experience of Bronco. Still, I cannot deny that this was a truly remarkable piece, and I highly recommend checking this new album out. This is coming from somebody who doesn't regularly listen to country. Orville Peck's Bronco gets a 4 out of 5 scratches. Just about every song on this album was incredible. With some pacing issues here and there, it does hold it back from that perfect score that I give albums. But this is one of those albums that I certainly recommend checking out whether you're a country fan or otherwise. Hell, listen, I'm not even a country fan, and the fact that I enjoy this album should tell you something. So by all means, go check out Orville Peck's Bronco. It's certainly worth the listen, and I promise you, you will not be disappointed.